Hey guys, and CSFan001 here for part number 24 of Let's Play Minecraft PS4. Last time we found this cave, and this time I am going to throw fate to the wind and dive down into the water where I landed completely safely. Oh, how much I love that landing in water from any height is, or any amount of water from any height for that matter, is completely safe. That is an awesome feature. It's just like how Fallout works, because in the Fallout games, if you fall into water from any height, you're safe. Although in Fallout 4, if you fall into anything from any height, if you're wearing power armor, you're fine. Speaking of that, I was actually very, very happy because one of the more recent episodes of Fallout 4 Mythbusters that Defend the House does, they've been doing like video game mythbusting for years. And one of the myths in the recent video, I think it was part 7 of Fallout 4 Mythbusters, and looks like we got some gold. Excellent. They actually showed a myth that I wrote in. I've written in 2 myths to them ever since they started out like their newer system. One for that, one for the Division, and mine actually got selected. I said, can you fall on a mattress to prevent fall damage, or at least lessen fall damage? And I already knew the answer because I had tested it myself, but it was kind of cool it was really cool to see them, test a myth that I put in, and by the way, you can't. You'll take just as much damage, which is really stupid given that falling into water from any height makes you safe, but a mattress doesn't help at all. Technically, neither should necessarily help you at a higher height, but just saying, like, it seems like it would make a little more sense because the freaking other thing the water would feel like concrete at that height, whereas the mattress might not feel quite as bad at that height. I don't know. I don't plan to try it anytime soon. I remember the Mythbusters tested stuff like that once. Like, they tested if someone could survive a 22,000 foot fall if they fell into a snowbank, because I guess they researched it and found some kind of proof that someone had, which is pretty crazy to think that someone could survive that high of a fall because they fell into, I guess, thick enough powdery snow. Hello, Mr. Green Penis. What are you up to today? Oh, wow, no, that was cool. That skeleton, bounced me across the platform. Alright, you can have your fun here, Creeper. Or not. I guess I'll kill you and get my materials for it. Oh, man, that's gold. I thought that was a bank of iron. Okay. This is great and all because, again, gold never hurts to have, same with iron, but we really need some lapis and diamonds. We don't really need redstone because I don't make a whole lot of stuff out of redstone. Is he... Okay, for a second I thought that skeleton was glitched into the platform. Fortunately, that's not the case. If you ever try to mine gold or diamonds or emeralds or lapis or redstone even with something below an iron pickaxe, you'll eventually mine through it, but you actually won't get any resources for it, which is kind of annoying. But that's just the way the game works, and man, that creeper's stuck down in a hole. Silly little creeper, you never get to leave there, do you? Okay, what do I not need? I certainly don't need all that rotten flesh. We got water here, so should be fairly safe to go around there. Man, this is a big cave. Made a good choice with this one. So much stuff to explore. Sometimes there might be iron baked into the ground, but I mean, if it's iron, it's not that big a deal. If it was diamonds, it would be worth going for. Just trying to get my bearings around here, see what all we got, see if I can find... Oh, yep, there's some big ol' iron deposit here. So let's get all that good iron. But yeah, I think I was talking about last video, I'm finally sort of getting a little bit of time to rest from school after having literally an exam every week for the past, ever since the beginning of February. I've had at least one exam a week. And I still have one exam next week and other work, like a project and stuff, but it's starting to wind down, and I actually have 2 or 3 days here, because that's like an online class, so I don't really need to study for it, because I can just use my notes for all the exams and stuff. So that's one I don't have to study for. So it's been the first time, I think I've had the week right after spring break, I didn't have any exams, and then that was pretty much it since February. So it's nice to get a break. That's the challenge of taking 6 classes, because I would usually only take 5. But I took 6 this semester for one reason or another, and this has been the result. Okay, what else do we have? I see some more iron down there. And I see a zombie. Oh, wow, there's some redstone. There's some diamonds! Hello, Mr. Zombie. You guarding those diamonds with your life? Well, it looks like you were a failure because there you died. I'll get all that XP as well. I need to start enchanting stuff when I get a chance. I need a diamond sword for sure. That's one thing that I know for sure that I'm going to need at some point, just for the final battle and everything. I don't know if I'll use it for the wither. It might be easier to beat the wither using a bow and arrow. And you will need probably a bow and arrow for parts of the Ender Dragon fight, for sure. Ah, come on, water. Why you do this to me? Oh man, there was gold up there and I didn't see it. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye up there. Well, we can dig back up and get that later. This diamond, and yeah, this diamond is more important than that. This diamond is certainly a necessity, at least for the weapons, for the final battle. We'll probably find some more in chests, like near the final area as well, which is kind of nice. Oh, let's seal that off. Just seal off as much of this lava as possible. I wish I had enough materials to where I'd eventually be able to make, like, a full suit of diamond armor. But I think that's going to be pretty unlikely just because that requires an enormous amount of diamonds, like something like 30-ish. Oh, crap. Okay, that could have been very bad. It requires like 30 diamonds or so to make a full suit of diamond armor. And while it would be pretty much impenetrable and very good at stopping damage, it's so expensive to make. And then obviously if I die down there, I lose it, even though I'll save before the final battle for sure. You'd be pretty dumb not to, unless you were like speedrunning maybe, or it was a condition of a challenge or something. I see some lapis down there, so we got to get that. What's the best way to get this? I'll just mine it right here and then jump down. Because when you're in the water, you will mine a lot slower, but if you mine from out of the water into the water, you're fine. So we're going to get all that bit of lapis right there. We got a little bit of lava right here, but nothing else. Let's jump right up here and... come on, skeleton. You stupid skeletons get annoying sometimes. Okay, that was weird. Like, oh, I hit my torch. That's why. Okay. I see mushrooms. Wow, mushrooms growing all... Okay, would someone like to... Excuse me, Mr. Skeleton. I am trying to give a biology lesson here. And apparently, you don't like education. Well, I mean, I hated high school anyway, but you get what I mean. How exactly is it that mushrooms are growing underground? Well, underground, I guess, can make sense, because I think the mushrooms can grow underground because they don't necessarily need as much sunlight or light at all. But, come on, they're growing out of concrete here. I don't think that's normal. And I saw some more iron and a creeper up here, so let's head on up to it. We don't grow mushrooms, by the way. Like, we grow a good amount of stuff during the summer, but not mushrooms. I don't think anyone in my family likes mushrooms. I think they're just weird and disgusting because they're freaking fungal infections, pretty much. That's what I think of them as. They're like a fungus. And a lot of the versions out there will kill you if you eat them, so that's also a bit scary to think of, even though that's like the wild mushrooms. And I think I just saw an Enderman over there, but I don't know. And it looks like we're running out of melon slices, but there's nothing wrong with that because melons aren't really that important because we have other food supplies. I know I've been sort of all over the place in these last couple videos with talking because, like I said, it's been a while since I've really heavily recorded anything aside from the occasional Platinum Trophy video, or the first time I've actually been able to relax a little bit at least. Looks like a lot of iron here, though, so we want all this iron that we can get to, and a little bit of coal. Don't really need the coal as much, but can never hurt to have. I'm just really happy that we found diamonds down here, because I was worried that we weren't going to have much success with diamonds. Okay, so I'm going to get this dirt, and we're going to jump up from here and hopefully get all this iron. That should be actually pretty easy now. Only 3 pieces. Come on, game. Don't short me here. I want to get this dirt back, though, in case we need to build, like, a bridge or a path out, even though we could always get more cobblestone. What is up here, though? This is, like, kind of strange looking. anything up here, I wonder? Let's torch it. No, not really. It's just another little section of the cave, but I do see some more iron, so definitely want to grab that iron. God, probably once we finish exploring this cave after the next video or two, I will probably go on another Enderman hunt for specifically Enderman one night, and then after that, we'll probably go at least try to find where the end portal is. I don't know if I'm going to fight the Wither or the Ender Dragon first. It kind of depends on if I can get the materials for one of those first. Because the Wither requires different materials to spawn it. To spawn a Wither, you have to build the Wither. And building one, you need soul sand, which is pretty easy to come by all over the Nether. But you need a much more aggravating material known as the Wither Skeleton Skull. And I don't even know if we have one of those yet, much less the 3 that we need. I guess anyone that's played Minecraft Story Mode knows something or another about the Wither, even though they don't turn into the Wither Storm of Minecraft Story Mode. Okay, so anything else around here aside from the coal and everything? I see iron up there, but not much of it. Nevertheless, let's go get it. It's always good to have extra iron. You never know when you might need it. Mine all the iron out here. People texting me again. I'll deal with that later. It's like how my parents would always interrupt me in the middle of my recordings at like the worst possible times. I felt like either like vacuuming or opening the garage door or something. Well, it's not that big a deal nowadays since I record audio on GarageBand and video on a capture card, so it's a little bit easier to deal with. It doesn't really always pick up the feedback in the background or anything, which is very nice. The only noise it picks up that I wish it didn't... Oh, look at that. Missed that. The only noise it picks up that I wish it didn't pick up is the sound of like me touching the controller buttons and stuff. That's the only other issue I have, but otherwise I love the capture card. It's been going very well for me. And I mean, this is really truly the first fully captured Let's Play I've ever done. Because you might remember back, like, I started on Fallout 4 blind, but I decided not to do that because I just wanted to be able to play through the game, enjoy it, and then come back to it once I had a proper knowledge of it so I could have a better time, like, explaining it to you guys and stuff. And just be able to really enjoy and immerse myself in a first playthrough. I mean, there will be other games where I don't care as much about stuff like that, like Uncharted 4, which I do still plan to do blind, and this Let's Play might actually be done by that point. That's my hope that it will be. Because that comes out, what, May 10th? Because Homefront's May 17th. I think Uncharted 4 is May 10th. Any resources in here? Is that something? Yes, that is. That's iron. I can just barely see it. Okay, jump straight up, and there it is. See, I intend to do both those games blind. I don't know exactly how that scheduling is going to work. I'll try to, like, get through all of Uncharted, like, as fast as I can, pretty much, during those, during that first week while I have it. And then Homefront I'll probably more take my time with, I suppose, because I think Homefront's going to be a longer overall game. Because the Uncharted games will take, on a very first playthrough, on, like, an easier difficulty, will take probably 6 to 10 hours, depending on the game and your skill level, and I'm certainly not the most skilled Uncharted player out there, so I don't know exactly how long that Let's Play will take, but probably not more than about 20 parts. 20 to 30 videos. Look at that, we got some iron over there. Let's fall into this water, just to be safe. And plug that. And I see the redstone over there. And then Homefront, though, I think is going to be a good amount longer because it's open world. Now, I guess it could be really short. That was one of the major drawbacks of the original Homefront, was the campaign was literally 3 hours long on the easiest difficulty. It took around 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and it was all cinematic. Like, a good probably half hour of that was cutscenes and stuff, and dialogue and stuff that was unskippable. Ooh, this isn't good. Oh, that's not quite what I intended to do, but it's all good. Let's get this redstone while we're down here. Might as well, just for later. So let's see, what was I getting at with that? Yeah, the original Homefront was way too short, even though the multiplayer was a lot of fun, and there's a lot of people apparently, because I had posted a while back on the trophy group that I'm a part of on Facebook. And I was posting about how I had finally managed to basically 100% home front minus the unobtainable online trophies. Just because the servers shut down like exactly 2 years after the game came out, which is... What the heck? Oh, it's a little slime. Okay. Exactly 2 years after the game came out, which is not enough time. Man, we found a lot of good stuff. I might just go ahead and dig my way... Oh, wait. There's gold up there, and then I'll dig my way out, most likely. So I just want to... Really don't want to lose all the stuff I've gotten down here, because I've gotten a lot of good materials here, and I just want to be able to dig out, stockpile it, save, and all that good stuff. So mine those few pieces of gold, jump over to here to get them. And my inventory isn't all that full though, but, well, you know what, I can explore a little bit more, why not? I'm just looking around for anything obvious. Anyway, yeah, so that was the first Homefront, but the multiplayer was a lot of fun, and a lot of people did enjoy the multiplayer a lot. But, I mean, it was annoying because, like I said, the server shut down after, like, exactly 2 years, which really is not that long of an online time, because I think there were old PS2 games that still have their servers up. And this game was, 2011. And then, like, oh, what else? Oh, wait a minute, that's a dead end, isn't it? Well, yeah, I think this one's a dead end. What is... Oh, man, I am really glad we came here, guys. You guys know what this is? That is an emerald, the rarest item in the game that you can mine. They are very, very rare. They only come in groups of 1. But we found our first emerald, so that's kind of awesome, actually, even though there are literally no villages on this entire map to trade with. And I see some more iron up here, so we're going to get that. So I hope that this home front is a lot longer than the original. I don't want it to be like 1,000,000 hours long, like 100 hours long or something, but... Actually, no, that would not be a bad thing as long as it was like a fun 100 hours of gameplay. Which for me, that's like the Fallout games for me, is I can play those forever and I still enjoy it. But like, I still just don't understand. I mean, I know why the servers shut down. It was because THQ went under, or whoever made them went under. And that was really unfortunate because they were a good developer for all those years. They made like all the old Nickelodeon games and stuff. Like the legitimately good ones like Battle for Bikini Bottom and stuff. Okay, seal that off. So that's kind of sad that that all happened. It's like how Pandemic shut down right in the middle of making Mercs Inc. So I guess we'll never get another Mercenaries game. I mean, I bet they won't ever even remaster it, unfortunately. Partially because it was so broken, even though the glitches and stuff in it made it a lot of fun at times. So yeah, but hoping that Homefront will be a good sequel. Same with Uncharted 4 being a fitting end to that series. Otherwise... Oh, someone's shooting down at me. Otherwise, I don't think the only other big game I can think of that's coming out anytime soon is... Well, actually, no, there's 2 games I can think of. There's an Attack on Titan game that's finally getting a release date in August, which is going to be pretty fun because I love the first season of that anime and hope they can do it justice. Otherwise, is there anything else I can see? Otherwise, though, there is, of course, No Man's Sky, and that's in, like, middle of June or something. So that's obviously a real big game. Otherwise, though, I'm not entirely sure anything else that's coming out anytime soon. And I don't really see anything else necessarily in this cave at the moment. Nothing that I can see. So I think that's actually going to be a pretty good stopping point for exploration of this cave and everything. So guys, I know this was a little bit longer video. Next time, we will head back to base, dig out of the cave and everything, and stuff like that. I'll see you guys then.